Start again. All right, take two. So we're going to work on twists. Let's sit. Close the eyes. Come back to the breath. And for first few breaths, notice what's happening without any judgment, noticing where you're holding tension without trying to change it. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Relaxing the shoulders down the back and lifting the chest, lifting through the crown of the head. And then just start to begin to notice the stomach, this area, the abdominal area. And as you breathe in, you want to soften the belly. And as you exhale, just notice that the belly goes in and back gently, naturally on the exhale. And on the inhale, we need to have enough relaxation in the belly for the belly to puff out a little bit. So as you breathe in, the belly remains soft. And as you breathe out, you can start to feel the stomach muscles engage just a little bit. Slight lift in the lower belly. And again, inhale, soft belly. And exhale, draw the belly in. A few more breaths like this, noticing. Can I relax my neck and shoulders? Can I relax my jaw? Can I relax my forehead? Can I allow my belly to be soft on the inhale? And on the exhale, maybe a little bit contracted, back and up. And on the inhale, release any tension that we're holding in the abdominal area, and exhaling, drawing the belly in. The key to having a strong core is to know how to relax just as much as knowing when to contract. We want to have control. We don't want to always be tight, and we don't want to always be loose. We want to know how to work with our own body. A couple more breaths like this. Just notice the belly rise on the inhale, fall on the exhale. And we'll begin with mental centering. We'll take the hands alongside the ears. Inhale. As we exhale, gather the mind, collect your thoughts. Start to focus all those kind of streams of consciousness. Bring the palms together at the third eye. Inhale here. And exhaling, offer the mind down to the heart. And we'll do this 2 more times. Inhale. Exhaling, collecting our thoughts, offering our thoughts and our mind back to the heart. And one more time. As you exhale, we're drawing the mind down to the heart. And then let's join together for one whole inhale. Bow the chin to the heart. Lift the chin up, release the hands. Slowly open the eyes. Take your hands, clasp your hands, take the palms forward, take Parvatasana, and take the arms straight up. If you have shoulder problems, okay, if there's any pain in the shoulder, you'll use a strap instead, and we'll use the strap and bring the arms up holding onto the strap. So there shouldn't be any pain in the shoulders. Palms forward, reach up and start to lengthen the sides of the waist. From the waist all the way up to the armpit. Relax the chin down towards the chest. Reach up through the center of the palms. But make sure to keep the sitting bones, the pelvis, grounded. Pressing down into the earth. So think of the ribs like an accordion, and we want to open up the sides of the ribs. And then release the hands down. Switch the legs, so take the opposite leg on top and switch the interlace. So if you naturally go one way, just change the interlace so the opposite pinky finger comes on top, and then take the palms forward and come up and reach through the center of the palms and drop the chin down towards the chest. So there's no tension in the neck, no tension in the face, but we're lengthening the sides of the waist. And we're not just lifting, we're also grounding. So you want to make that pelvis, the sacrum really heavy. Low back is spread wide, space between the ribs. Relax the shoulders down back. We'll take a few breaths here. Again, watching the belly. Keep the belly soft on the inhale. On the exhale, there's a gentle drawing in and up of the belly and the pelvic floor. One more breath. And then release the arms down. We're going to twist to our right. Take the left hand on the outside of the knee, right fingertips behind the back. One breath per movement. Inhale as you lengthen through the crown of the head. And exhale, twist. Side to side. Okay, we're going to warm up the spine. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. And then to the right, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Left side, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. To the right. And to the left. We're kind of pumping. Warming up the muscles of the stomach, the organs. Again. To the left. And one more each side. Now take the legs straight out in front. If you're sitting up on a very high block and your hamstrings are pretty open, you can slide off of your block. But if your hamstrings are tight, stay up on the block, okay? Take your hands and bring them under your sitting bones and pull the flesh of the buttocks back, so the sitting bones press down into the ground. And then press the fingertips down and lift the chest. Again, lifting the sides of the waist, but engage your quads. And we're going to pump the quads a little bit. So we'll engage the quads, pumping, just waking up the legs. A couple more times. Yeah. And then bring the feet together, Trikonasana. And here you can hold your ankles and sit up tall. Okay, if the knees are way up here, okay, if the knees come way up above the waist, it's important that you sit up on a block or a few blankets so that the knees drop down towards the floor. Okay? We don't want the knees coming way above the hips. And if there's any knee pain, you can also support your knee with blankets, blocks. You can kind of put a blanket underneath your knee if you have any knee pain. So lift the chest, hold the ankles, and just start to open the heart here. Keep the chin slightly gazing down towards the chest. And this helps relax the nervous system. So just because we're working hard, and we will work hard in some of these poses, doesn't mean we have to be tense. So you want to keep your forehead relaxed, keep your breath soft, keep your face soft. A few more breaths. It's a good way to be in the world, right? Especially now. When everything is uncertain, is how do we kind of hold ourselves up in this world without tension? So we need to be strong, we need to be resilient, but we also don't need to be hard or tense. So we want to learn the difference between the quality of those things. And then we'll come out slowly. We're going to come into child's pose. Knees are going to spread wide and stretch the arms out in front. So the arms are going to stretch out in front. I want you to engage your arms. So you're really working your triceps. Think about lifting your triceps so they're not sinking elbows. They're very engaged. You're going to relax your forehead down on the floor. Lift the triceps and spread your shoulder blades wide on your back. Now, if your head doesn't touch the floor, doesn't touch anything, you can also use a block and press your forehead on the block. So we want to move the shoulder blades away from each other, away from the spine. You should feel a lot of activity in your upper back and chest. Now, when you breathe in here, stay here. When you take a deep breath in, feel your belly relax. I want you to feel your belly soften. And as you exhale, see if you can feel yourself drawing the lower abdomen back towards the spine. So inhale, relaxing the belly. And exhaling, engaging the belly. Notice we want to have the full range of being soft and being engaged. Couple more breaths here. Really engage the arms. Just because the arms are working doesn't mean the stomach needs to be tight. 2 more breaths. And then release and come out slowly. So if you have a blanket, you can take your blanket, you can roll it up. If you don't worry too much about it. But we want to have something to put our heels on if possible. We're going to come to downward facing dog. So stretching the fingertips forward, relax the forehead on the floor, and then come up into down dog. So for today, let's work on grounding the heels. So we want to try to bring our heels on something. If you're tight in your hamstrings, bend the knees. Okay, the most important thing is that the spine stays long, sides of the waist stay long. And if you're flexible, you can start to straighten the legs, take the thighs back, take the tops of the thighs back. And start to feel the opening through the backs of the legs. Now, as you inhale, relax the belly gently. And as you exhale, draw the belly in and up gently. Nothing changes in the spine though. We don't want to round the back like this. We want to have a nice normal curve in our spine. A couple of breaths here. Heels down, inner thighs back. And then come down slowly on the hands and knees. So if it hurts your wrists at all, you can give your wrists a little bit of a stretch. Okay. Another trick, if it hurts your wrists, you can also roll up the front of your mat. And you can place your heel of your hand on the mat and the fingers off. So this takes some of the pressure off of the wrist and moves the pressure into the finger mat. We're going to do a little bit of movement here. We're going to come into down dog. Watch me first, okay? We'll inhale. As you exhale, you're going to draw your belly towards your spine, and we're going to come into a plank. Okay? Then inhale here. And exhale, lift the hips up by engaging the stomach muscles. So you're rounding your low back a little bit. And then when you come into your final down dog, you release your belly. Okay, so we're using our stomach as we move in and out of the pose. So you're scooping in the belly. As you come forward, then to neutral. Then we scoop the belly, come into downward dog, and find neutral spine. Okay, we'll do 3 of these. So come back into down dog. Heels down, lift the hips up. Inhale. As you exhale, draw the belly in, back, and up, and slowly, very slowly, using your stomach muscles, come into plank. Hold here, gaze forward. Push the hands down, spread the shoulder blades. And as you exhale, draw the belly in. So initiate the movement from the stomach. Lift up, and then when you're in your final pose, release the abdomen. Lift the sitting bones up and come into down dog. Exhaling, come onto the tippy toes, belly in, round the low back, Use your stomach muscles coming into play. Inhale. Exhale, belly in and up. In and up. And then once you're in the final pose, you relax the belly. Heels come down. Now it's okay to bend the knees here, especially if you're tight in the hamstrings. And one more time. Inhale, exhale, lift the belly. Come forward. Now we're in a neutral position. Hold in plank, shoulder blades spread. You're welcome to drop your knees here if this is too much pressure or if there's any back pain. And then bring the belly in and up, in and up, in and up. And bring the heels down, release the belly. The belly's soft, but the legs are working. And then come onto the hands and knees. And then sit back, just stretch the wrists out a little bit here. Good. And then we'll come up. Coming into Trikonasana. So come to the center of the mat. Stand at the center. Bring the hands into the chest. Inhale. And exhale, you can step the feet or jump the feet apart. We're going to turn the left leg in, turn the right leg out. Inhale and exhale, come down into Trikonasana triangle pose. Bring the hand onto the shin or onto a block. You can also use a block here. Hold here, okay? So the front thigh rolls out, the sitting bone comes forward, back heel presses down into the ground. All the foundations of triangle. Now inhale. Belly is somewhat soft. Exhale, zip your belly up. You're drawing your navel towards your sternum. And move your tailbone towards your back heel. And as you inhale, relax. Release the belly a little bit. And as you exhale, draw the pubic bone up towards the navel and move the sacrum towards the back heel. And now you can feel a little twist happening. Okay, again, hold. So as you exhale, that's where you're engaging your core, keeping the low back long, and that's what initiates the twist. This is a gentle twist, right? One more breath. And then use your leg strength to push down as you come up. Reach through the fingertips, especially the middle finger, and then release the hands down. Turn the right leg in, turn the left leg out, heel to arch. Arms out to the side, inhale. Exhale, lengthen the spine, bring the left hand down onto the shin, right hand onto the waist, and roll the chest open. And just feel the rhythm of the breath. As you breathe in, you can feel a softness in the belly if you allow your belly to be soft. And as you exhale, then we can gently, without gripping, lift the belly up. Sacrum moves back towards the back outer heel. This should help make your low back feel long. Okay, inhale, relax the belly. Exhale, belly in and up, and just start to rotate the left rib cage forward. Feel the twist. Inhale. Relax the belly. Exhale, lift the belly. Sacrum towards the back heel. One more breath. Good. Now use your leg strength to push the feet into the ground. Come up, stretch through the fingertips. Turn the left toes in and step the feet together. And bring the hands down. Good. Again, bring the hands up, hands at the sternum, open the legs. Left leg in, right leg out. Trikonasana. Inhale. Exhale, lengthen the spine, right hand on the shin, left hand up this time. So we're going to reach up through the fingertips. You want to keep your fingers together, so you're really reaching up. And then open the chest. Now inhale, exhale, belly in and up, and rotate the right rib cage forward. Your head should stay in line with the rest of the spine. So if there's any neck pain, keep your head in line with your spine and then look down. If the neck feels good, you can look up. Or you can just look straight ahead. And now push the feet into the ground and come up. And release. Turn the right leg in, turn the left leg out. Arms out to the side. Inhale. Exhale, lengthen the spine. Left hand down, right hand up. Now push the feet into the ground. That's what supports your back. We worked on that on Monday. And then inhale, relax the belly. And exhale, draw the belly in and up, tailbone towards the back heel. Rotate the chest open. And if that feels okay on your neck, you can look up towards the right hand. But the rotation of the neck is just an extension of the rest of the spine. Still relax the forehead. And then use the leg strength to come up. Turn the toes in, step the feet together. Okay. Now we're going to come into Trikonasana, so I think a chair would be best. If you're pretty open in your hamstrings, you can have 2 blocks. You can use 2 blocks under your hands instead. But often when we go down too low, we round our back. So using a chair will help us keep the chest open. So I recommend a chair. You want to be able to keep the legs straight and open the chest here. Okay, so the hands are going to come underneath the shoulders. I'm going to come closer to the chair. So my hands are directly underneath the shoulder. Fingertips on the chair. Roll the shoulders back, open the chest, and take the heart forward. Heart forward. You should start to feel a nice opening in the backs of the legs. Now we want to draw the right outer hip back. Left inner thigh back. And lots of weight in your back heel. And then open the chest more. And then once we're here, we can also work on the breath. So inhale, belly relaxes. And exhale, draw the navel in and up. Inhale, belly releases. Exhale, lift the belly. Chest open. Okay. One more breath. Shoulders back, heart forward. And then release. Take the left leg forward, take the right leg back. Fingertips on the chair. So notice the tendency. My left hip wants to come forward here. Okay, and we want to draw this left outer hip back. Left outer hip back. Now don't let the foot come off the ground. Don't let the toe mound come off the ground. So keep the left big toe mound down, but draw the left hip back, right hip forward. Open the chest. Legs are strong. You're drawing your kneecaps. You're lifting your kneecaps up towards your thigh bone. And then open the chest. Now add the belly. Shoulders back. Inhale. Exhale, lift the belly in and up. Inhale. Exhale, lift the belly in and up. Inhale. And exhale. Then release and come out. Good. We're going to do it again, okay? And we're going to add a little bit of a twist here, moving into Trikonasana. So the right leg will come forward, left leg back. So with the chair, we can get a little more space in the chest. Keep the hips square. The right hip goes back. Right outer hip goes back, but the foot stays on the floor. Left inner thigh goes back. Chest opens. Right? Inhale, belly relaxes. Exhale, feel the lower belly lift. Feel the length through the crown of the head. And then take the left hand in the center of the chair, right hand on your sacrum. Lengthen the spine on the inhale, be on the fingertips. And as you exhale, just start to rotate using the lower belly to initiate the movement. Now roll the right shoulder open. Move the tailbone away from the head. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Notice how the lift in the belly helps facilitate the twist, but don't let the hips drop. So keep the weight back in that left outer heel. So most of the twist should happen around the thoracic spine, around the upper back. Let's bring the hands down and come forward. Okay? So again, it's not about how far you go, it's not about pushing into it, it's about feeling what's happening in the pose. Left leg forward, right leg back. Fingertips on the chair, roll the shoulders back. And then draw the left outer hip back and the right hip comes a little bit forward, square the hips here. And then roll the right inner thigh back and really push your back heel into the ground. From that grounding, lengthen through the crown of the head. Inhale, belly relaxes. Exhale, pubic bone towards the navel, lengthen through the crown of the head. Couple breaths here. Now take the right hand in the center of the chair, left hand on the sacrum. With your hand, you're pulling your sacrum, lengthening your spine. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Inhale, belly relax. Exhale, zip up the lower belly and twist from the upper back, from the thoracic spine. Okay, so you want to keep the low back somewhat stable, but open up the chest. Couple more breaths. And then release, come out, and come into downward facing dog with the hands on the chair this time. So our feet will be a little bit wider than our hips. I'm going to roll the inner thighs back. So the inside, the groin area goes back, the pubic bone goes back, we lift the hips up, but then push the sitting bones down towards the heels. Find a nice balance between stability and flexibility. Good. And then come forward. So if this is challenging and you can, hamstrings are pretty tight, I want you to do this one again. We're gonna take it one step further. If you have a block, you can use a block and place the block on the outside of the right foot. Okay, and any height that works for you. So we're gonna go deeper into this pose. And if this is too low for you, use a chair. Okay, so we want to be able to keep the legs straight. If you have to bend the knees, then use the chair. Come up higher. Inhale. Right hand on the tailbone, left hand up. So left arm is reaching up. Inhale. As you exhale, in one shot, we're going to come down. Bring the hand on the outside of the right foot. Okay, hand on the block. Lengthen the spine and twist. Draw the right outer hip back, left inner thigh back. Now, if that feels okay on your shoulder, you can work on opening the chest. But if it hurts the shoulder at all, just have your hand on your hips. And then press the feet into the ground. And come up. Turn the toes in, step the feet together, and we'll take the left leg forward. Left leg forward, right leg back. Block on the outside of the left foot. It's a great pose to really work on twisting the abdominals, stimulates digestion. Take the left hand on the tailbone, right arm up. Inhale. Soft belly. Exhale, lift the belly. Engage. Inhale, release the belly a little bit. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, rotate the right rib cage forward. Right rib cage comes forward, left rib cage goes back. And then if that feels okay, you can lift the arm up. But again, it shouldn't be coming from the shoulder. The twist should come from the thoracic spine. And then bring the head down. Come up. And step the feet together. Okay. So one more time. Right leg forward, left leg back. If you feel pretty comfortable in the pose, you can have your hand also on the outside of the leg. So you don't need to use a block, but most people need a block because it's hard on the hamstring. But I'll demonstrate it without. So we're going to go down, hold for 3 breaths, and come up. Ready? Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, reach forward, hand on the block, the chair, and reach up. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, start to move the left kidney. The kidneys are down here, into the body, towards your right shoulder. Left kidney towards the right shoulder. Moving from your organs a little bit more. And then come up and release. Step the feet together. And left leg forward. Right leg back. So it's going to start to get warm. When we do twists, it starts to heat up, which is good. We're stoking the fire. Okay, the fire of digestion is called Agni in the belly. We want to stimulate Agni. Take the right arm up, left arm behind the back. Inhale. Reach out through the fingertips, bring the hand down. Again, you can have it on the outside of the shin, and left arm up. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, twist. And move the right rib cage, right kidney towards the left shoulder. It's moving into the body. And up. And then release. And come out. And downward dog again with your hands on a chair. Okay, hands on the chair will help you open up your low back a little bit more. And then take your legs a little bit wider than the hips, toes a little bit turned in. Don't collapse on your arches, so keep your arches lifted. And then lengthen the sides of the waist. And open the chest. And then come out. Move the chair off to the side. And if you have a strap, we'll use our strap. That's a nice way to use it. If you don't, then you'll just take your arms straight up. But if you loop your strap and make it shoulder distance, I have a new trick. It's always a trick. If you twist it, you can make it like a figure 8. So it's like this. And then you put your wrists through. So there's a little bit of a twist in the strap when the arms are straight. So you twist it and then put your hands through. Okay? Right leg forward, left leg back. We're going to keep the heel in the air. Okay, heel in the air here. Take the arms straight up. Now reach up through the fingertips. This is nice because you can reach and then pull out into the strap. And then we'll bend the right knee. Bend the back knee slightly so we can come down a little bit lower. Reach up through the fingertips. And then we want to take the left thigh up. Good. Inhale, relax the belly, but exhale, zip the lower belly up. Draw the pubic bone towards the navel. And reach to the fingertips and take the left inner thigh up towards the sky, opening the psoas, opening the hip flexors. And then release that side. Step the left leg forward. Keep your strap like this. And take the right leg back. Now you want to have a wide stance or long stance so that when you come down, you measure that your knee is right over your ankle. So take the arms up, inhale. And exhale, come down, bend the knee slightly. Reach through the fingertips. Reach. Inhale, as you exhale, draw the right inner thigh up towards the sky. So we're really activating the right leg. Straighten the right leg, but don't come up, stay low. You should feel your right hip flexor opening. And then, very important, on the exhalation, to draw the lower belly up towards the head, towards the sky. And then release. Good. We'll do one more, okay? This time we'll bring the back heel on the ground for the traditional pose. So we're going to have the right leg forward, left leg back. Your back foot here is turned out about 15 degrees. And then you're going to push your back heel into the ground, and it's like you're drawing your left inner thigh back. The left inner thigh will go back, and that helps to propel the pelvis forward a little bit without forcing. Now take the arms up again. Lengthen the sides of the waist, push out into the strap, inhale. And as you exhale, keep the back leg straight. Roll the left inner thigh back and come down into Virabhadrasana 1. And feel the belly, okay? Hold here. Inhale, belly relaxes. Exhale, belly in and up. And then release. Step the left leg forward, step the right leg back. Set yourself up. Turn the back toes out slightly. And then before you come into the pose, really feel yourself pressing your right back heel into the ground. And the right inner thigh goes back, right inner thigh goes back. Take the arms up, inhale. And exhaling, and gently come down. Now keep grounding the back outer heel. Don't collapse on your arch. So keep your right arch lifted. Come down, and again, inhale, belly relaxes. I'm going to take my arms down for a second to show you. Exhaling, you want to scoop the pubic bone towards the navel. When you do that, you can feel much more stretch in front of the right hip flexor. Couple more breaths here. And if you don't have a strap, we can work without the strap. And then release and come up. Good. Now, since we have our strap, we'll use it. We'll take the strap around the wrist. So your hands are going to come here. And the legs are going to come wide. So wide stance, toes turn in, heels out. And then reach down through the fingertips. Just open the chest. Lift the chest here. This could be enough, okay? Really working the outer heels down. Keep the arches lifted. Reach down through the fingertips and open the chest. Now, if you want to go further, you can come forward and bring the arms overhead. But you don't want to let the arms come overhead and the shoulders be right by the ears. So it's very important to roll the upper arm bones back. Okay, roll the upper arm bones back, and then come down. Upper arms back, crown of the head towards the floor, roll the shoulders open. And then you can feel your upper back moving into the body and opening the chest here. So you pull the strap apart, roll the upper arm bones out, lengthen, and then come down. Couple more breaths. And then come up slowly. Okay, heel toe the feet in. Step the feet together for a moment. You can take the strap off. And take your block. We're going to do the same pose, but we're going to add a little twist here. Okay, so warming up the spine to come into some more seated twists. So legs are going to come wide. Prasarita legs. Toes turn in, heels out. Hand can come, you can have a block in front of you. Now, if your hamstrings are tight, make the block higher. Okay, so you can have any height. And we want to find a position, where can our spine belong? Okay, where can my spine be long? So the fingers are going to come on the block. You're going to roll the shoulders back. Take the crown of the head forward. Watch that you're not sitting back on your sitting bones. You actually want to have your hip bone in line with your ankle. I'm going to show you from the side so you can see better. We want to avoid this. We want to avoid sitting back. This will stretch your ligaments too much. So you want to bring your hips forward. Have the pelvis right above the ankle, and then take the chest open. Legs are strong. The arch is lifted. Left hand will come on the center, right hand on the sacrum. Lengthen through the crown of the head first, inhale, and then exhale, gently twist. It's a small movement. We don't want to drop the hip. We want the hips to go back. And if that feels okay, you can take your arms up. Not long, a couple breaths. So hand can also be here. And then bring the hand down and take the right hand on the center of the block, left hand on the sacrum. Tailbone away from the head, rotate the chest open, and stay here. Maybe you take your arm up, maybe it feels better with the hand on the sacrum, and then roll the upper arm bone out. Don't let the shoulder drop in. Open from the thoracic spine. Again, notice that you need to lift that lower belly to twist. Come back to the center. Chest forward. Now, if that feels difficult, you stay here. If you want to come into the full pose, you can go a little further by walking the hands back. Bend your elbows. Bend those elbows and squeeze them towards each other. And then start to bring the crown of the head towards the floor. Doesn't have to touch. You can also use a block under your head. That's helpful. And if you can reach the block, you can rest the crown of the head on the block. Elbows squeeze in, shoulder blades move away from the head. You're lifting your shoulders away from the floor. And energize those legs. Feel a little pressure on the crown of the head. And again, if you don't touch or you don't reach, that's okay too. Keep the upper arms engaged, shoulders moving back, chest lifted. Slow the breathing down. And then come up, heel toe the feet in, keep the hands on the waist, and come up. Good. So now we're going to come to a seated position. I recommend you have a blanket. Take a blanket. And so I need one blanket, but you might need 2 or 3. We're going to sit on the edge of the blanket. I'm going to show you twist from here, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to take the left leg in, interlace the fingers so the left leg is in, and lift the chest. Okay, so here you can test out how high do I need to sit, because if my back is rounded here, then you need to be up higher, okay? So you want to try to keep that sacrum perpendicular to the floor. Lift the chest, push out through the right big toenail, lift up. Just hold there. Now we're going to take the left hand behind the back, okay, and bend the elbow a little bit. So we're coming, now we're moving our chest a little bit away. And then take the right elbow on the inside of the, on the outside of the knee, the palm facing down. And as you exhale, gently twist. You're sort of bending your left elbow, so we're coming lower here. Twist. And then come up and switch legs. We're going to move a little bit quicker today. So right hand is going to come here, left hand on the outside, and we do want to create some space between the chest and the thigh. Bend the right knee, right elbow. Inhale. Exhale. Twist. Bring that left rib cage forward. We're bringing out the stomach muscles. And then back to the center. Switch legs. Left leg in. So we're doing it 1 breath per movement. Inhale, Marichasana 3 variation. Exhale, bend the left elbow and twist. And switch. Right leg in. Left elbow on the outside. Inhale. Exhale, bend the right elbow. Bring the left rib cage forward. Belly. So while normally we keep our spine straight and twist, in this one, we're actually coming down a little bit, compressing the abdominal contents and twisting. Okay, other side. Inhale. Exhale. And back up. Now do 3 more each side. 1 breath per movement. Inhale. Exhale. If you have back pain, take this one very easy, okay? Don't go very deep. So we don't want to create any back pain. Sometimes twists can bother the low back. Sometimes they feel good. 2 more each side. One more each side. Hopefully you didn't have a big breakfast before class. You shouldn't eat 2 hours before you have a class, just so you know. Or next time. Okay, and then come out. Sit in Dandasana for a moment. Take your hands on your thighs. Roll your inner thighs down towards the floor, fingertips down. Lift the chest, to the crown of the head. Slow the breathing down. Good. Okay. So now we're going to come into a pose called Ardha Baddha Padmasana. I'm going to show you some options. Okay. The full pose is done with you take the right leg and bring it into a half lotus position. Okay. So some of us will get here, some of us won't. If you don't, it's okay. Couple of options. You can take the leg just over the knee, and you can take a strap around the ankle. You can hold the strap, okay? Or you can have your foot on the floor, okay, and out to the side. So I'll do it with the strap so you can see. Even if my foot is up here in half lotus, it's nice to have a strap. Why? Because I can take hold of my elbow with my right hand. So my right hand holds above my left elbow, and then my left hand can hold the strap. So even if my foot is down here, it'll work, okay? So if you can get your foot up, great. If you're pretty flexible, you can reach for your big toe, either way. Or you just hold the strap. So we're just starting here, with the chest. There should be no pain in the knee. So if there's any pain in the knee, you need to take a modification, one of the modifications I gave you. Now, if you can, you'll reach for the strap with your left hand. I'm sorry, with your right hand. The left hand will come around the big toe, and we're going to twist to the right. Okay, if you don't touch your foot, you can have your hands here. You can also have a strap around your foot and use the strap here to twist. So inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist. If you can reach for the big toe, go ahead and do that. And with your right hand, this right hand is pushing into my left kidney, kind of engaging the kidney, moving it into the body and opening the chest. And again, if you can reach your toes, you do this. This is the full pose. And then come out. Okay, left leg. Take the left leg in. Again, you can find yourself here with your leg above the knee. That's okay. Just make sure you have a strap around that foot. You can come into half lotus. Okay, I'll demonstrate the modified version. Let's say my leg is over my knee. I'm going to start with just holding on to above the right elbow. Lift the chest here. Open the chest. And this could be enough, okay? This can be as far as you go for today. If you can, you'll hold the strap with the left hand. The right hand will reach forward for the big toe with the first 2 fingers. And then you push your left forearm into your right kidney. Open the chest. So you're moving that right kidney into the body towards the left shoulder. twisting to the left. Okay, so this is the modified version. And you can use 2 straps. You can have 1 strap here and 1 strap here, okay, if you can't reach. And then come back. So now let's do it again. Okay, the right leg will come on. So now I'll do the full version. So please feel free to take any modifications. If you reach behind, you can reach for your big toe with your right hand. With the left hand, you'll reach for the big toe. Open the chest. Lengthen the spine. This is a nice open twist. The belly should be exposed. You're not crunching your belly. The chest is nice and lifted. Roll the right shoulder back. Open the heart. Inhale, relax the belly. Exhale, draw the pubic bone towards the navel. And then release and switch sides. Left leg comes in. Again, find your variation. Left hand holds the big toe, right hand holds the right big toe. And now we're twisting to the left. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale. And then come out slowly. Okay, we're going to do 1 more each side. If that feels like enough, you can also just take a nice simple twist by keeping this left foot on the ground and just doing a little twist to the right. This is Marichiasana 1. So you can take this one. Okay? Or we'll come into 1 more Ardha Baddha Padmasana. So you'll hold the big toe with the left hand. If you just go this way, yeah, right leg on top of it. Open the chest. Now feel the left ribs, the left kidney moving into the body, moving up towards the right shoulder. Feeling the belly puff out on the inhale. Exhaling. And then come out and take the left leg on top. Last one. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, ground the sitting bones. Push the left arm into the right lung or the right kidney. And open the chest. Roll the left shoulder back. And then come out slowly. From here, come into child's pose. Take the knees wide. And stretch out the spine, toes touch. Reach through the fingertips. And open the chest here. Spread the shoulder blades wide. Walk your hands to the right side, so get a nice stretch to the left side of the waist. Breathe into the left rib cage. See if you can expand a little more into the left lung. Walk the head to the other side, take the right hand on top of the left, sit back on the right heel, breathe into the right rib cage. Right back to the center. Okay, we're gonna lie on our back. In here, if you have a block, you'll use a block. If you don't, it's okay. You can have your legs together. So we're gonna lie on the back. And here, the palms are gonna face up towards the sky, okay? And we wanna come to a 90-90 angle with the legs. So you can watch me. I'm not sure how you can, if you can do this while watching the screen. I'll show you what we're gonna do. If you have a block, You can take the block in between the thighs so you have something to squeeze. Okay, so you can bring those thighs together. If not, the legs will be together. We're going to inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to bring both legs to the right as far as you can control it without letting the left shoulder come off the ground. Inhale and exhale, bring the legs back up. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, come to the left. Inhale, squeeze the block, and exhale, bring the legs back up. Don't let one knee drop behind the other. So you want to keep the knees at the same level. Again, inhale. Exhale to the right. Keep the knees the same level. Inhale, exhale, using your stomach muscles. Bring your legs back up. Okay, if you have back pain, you can bring your knees closer to your chest. It makes it easier. If you want to challenge your abdominals, you can move your knees away. Inhale. Exhale to the left. Inhale. Exhale back up. Inhale. Exhale to the right. Inhale. And back up. Inhale. Exhale to the left. Inhale, right shoulder presses down into the ground as I come up. 3 more, each side. 1 breath per movement, exhaling as you bring the legs back up. So it's sort of 2 breaths. We're inhaling center, exhaling down. Inhale here, hold. Exhale, use your stomach muscles. On the inhale, you relax your stomach muscles. 2 more, each side. Last one. If there's any back pain, you just do a very small movement, side to side. You don't have to go very low. And then release that. Whew. I don't know if you felt it, but I did. So we're going to hug the knees into the chest here. Either hold it underneath or over. And feel the low back pressing into the ground. So you want to take a deep breath in, and you'll feel your belly rise into your thighs, but also your low back rise into the earth. And as you exhale, lengthen the tailbone away from the head. So again, inhale, feel the belly, feel the low back up with breath. And exhale any tension, any tightness. More like this. Inhale, fill up the low back. And exhale. Lengthen the sacrum away from the head. 1 more breath. Okay. And then bring the feet down. We'll take the right leg straight up. If you have a loop, you can use your loop. If you just have a strap, you can use your strap. And because I have a loop, I'm going to make it a little shorter and put my hand in the strap so that my arm can be straight. Okay? Now this is more of a spinal release, so you don't have to strain to go very high. So you only go as high as feels comfortable. You feel a nice little stretch, but we're not struggling here. What you do want to feel is the low back pressing into the ground. And then push through the left foot, left inner leg. And move the right thigh bone away from the head, like someone's pushing your thigh bone away from the head. Lengthening the right side of the low back. Strong legs, use your quads. And then switch legs. So we can come back to the stomach action here a little bit. Don't need to think about it so much because our back is on the ground, we're supported, but here you can practice it. So as we inhale, we can relax the belly, let the belly be soft. And as you exhale, you can gently draw the lower belly up towards the navel, towards the chin, and push through the right heel and feel your tailbone moving away from your head. Shoulder back, let shoulder back and down. Notice what happens to the low back, to the whole body when we lift the belly. Switch sides, take the right leg up, left leg out. Couple more breaths. And then switch again. Inhale and exhale. And then release that. Okay. So if you have a chair, let's have the legs up on a chair for Shavasana. We worked a lot on twists, and we want to allow the low back to release completely. So I'll put a blanket on top because the chair is cold. And also, I recommend having a blanket for your head for support, okay, depending on how that feels. So I'll move that one. And the blanket can come under the head. Legs should be supported on the chair, especially the backs of the shins. And I'm going to show you a little trick, something really nice for the low back. If you have a bolster, you can place the bolster on top of your shins, or even two. So you have a little bit of weight. It feels really nice on the low back. And then place the blanket under the head. Find a really comfortable position where we can relax, release the weight of the body. Take your hands in your hip creases and for a moment just feel the hip flexors. They just get very tight, very tense. There are muscles of fight or flight, so when they're stressed, our hip flexors take it. I want you to just, with your hands on your hip creases, hip flexors, just feel the hip flexors moving away from the fingers and melting and dropping down towards the core. So we're softening the groins, deepening the groins. Just take a few breaths here. With every exhalation, try to soften the groins a little bit more. And then after a few breaths like this, you can take your palms facing up. So rotate your upper arm bones out to the side and down. Tucking the shoulder blades underneath. Chin should be slightly facing the chest, so there's a surrender of the mind to the heart. And then release into the earth. Here you can let go of the mind. You just notice the belly. We get out of our own way. You can often feel the belly rise on its own and fall on its own. We're just coming back to nature. Every exhalation, just letting go of tension, tightness, and the need to grip. The mind follows the body, and the body follows the mind. They're completely interconnected. So releasing the body helps to release tension in the mind. And softening the mind helps to release tension in the body. And take one more deep breath here. And then very slowly, at a snail's pace, we don't want to jar the nervous system. We want to keep the nervous system nice and relaxed. Very slowly, go over to the side, ideally the right side, so that the left lung is facing the ceiling. And then we'll press down into the ground. And let the head be the last thing to come up. You need to contract your neck muscles. Sit up onto a blanket or a block. Close the eyes. And begin to feel, just notice, what are the effects of my practice? Yoga is less about what it looks like on the outside, more what it feels like on the inside. What's the effect of your practice? Generally, after every practice, you want to feel alive, awake, but relaxed. Let's bring the hands to the heart. And I'll take a moment today, and I invite you to join me to be thankful for all the teachers that you've had along the way. Whether it's family members or teachers in your community, or yoga teachers. Just think back to all the people that guided you throughout your life, that inspired you. And just let's take a moment of gratitude for those teachers. Just feeling really grateful that I had the opportunity to study with such an amazing teacher. And seeing him again is very inspiring for me. So let's take a moment of gratitude to everyone who's taught you along the way. Acknowledging them. Lift the chin up. Release the hands and open the eyes. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was lovely.
You're welcome.